let's talk about focus. Possibly something people struggle with the most, or the lack thereof. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Firstly, you have to acknowledge that distractions aren't going to get you where you want to be. So scrolling on your phone excessively or watching YouTube videos instead of working, it's not going to get you to the finish line, or it may make you take way longer than what you should or want to. So yeah, just acknowledging that distractions aren't going to help you. That's going to help you to implement these next steps, which, let me just say, this is not an exhaustive list. These are just a few things that came to my mind, and it's just my opinion, but hopefully it will help you. Let's get into the official point number 1. Remove distractions from your working environment. So remove your phone if it's a distraction point for you, or if you can't remove it, put it on a special mode that only allows important calls or family calls through. Yeah, that'll just reduce the amount of interruptions into your workflow and your, what do they call it? Into your flow state. Also, if you need to use YouTube for your work or for studying or whatever you're doing and you're trying to focus, as soon as you click on that video, click the T on your keyboard, because it will remove those suggested videos, which, let me just be honest, okay? Those can be a weak point for me. And sometimes the video is playing and I'm looking down the suggested list and it's like, why are you doing this? Why am I doing that? You know, the video I want to see is right there. So click that T, or if you want to, click the F, which will make it a full screen, maybe better for you. I just use the T. Point number 2, let the idea of making progress motivate you. I don't know if that'll work for you, but for me it does. Let's say you're trying to read a document, you get to the end of the page and you don't understand or remember anything. Think to yourself, wow, imagine if I actually understood this and I could explain it to someone else. Then read it with the intention of teaching it to someone else. Because when you do that, your mind pays more attention. Even if you are, let's say you're doing something practical, like working on a car engine, I don't know, and you're watching a YouTube video to work on your car engine. While you're watching it, have the mindset that you're going to teach it to someone else, and then explain how to do what you're learning to someone else. Because when you teach something, you get to learn it twice. I think those are the words of Jim Kwik. This is a little side note. If you are learning something or reading or doing something and you get a thought that you need to do something important, don't just try and remember it, because the chances are you'll forget and then you'll be annoyed with yourself later, or it will just bug your mind while you're trying to focus, and it's just gonna like intercept that flow state. So just quickly write it down on a piece of paper, preferably I'd say not your phone, because then you are more prone to clicking on a message that just popped up or something. So just write it down on a piece of paper, and after you're done for whatever you are doing, then you can put it on your phone if you really have to. Then you can just set all your attention onto what you're doing and not have something distracting you. If you think of a computer, when you have lots of applications open, it uses up the RAM and then it slows it down. So if you have a lot of things that you're trying to remember and you're trying to focus, then it kind of bogs your mind down and you struggle to do what you're trying to do. So just write it down and that should help you a bit. And I think this is the last point, possibly. Point number, what are we on? Point number 4, create a checklist. Because as humans, we love to just check those boxes, right? So create a checklist, like you could put on there, read 10 pages today, or understand this document, or learn how to tune a guitar. I don't know what you're trying to do, but just write that down, or write a few things down if you want to. And then as you check them off, then you get that dopamine, influx of dopamine, which will inspire you to work hard in the future. And yeah, point number 5, which I forgot to add, is that you should also drink some water while you're trying to study. Not too much, because that'll make you need to use the toilet more often than what you would, but just sip on the water, and that should help you to focus, as this study shows. And my final thought is that you should make sure your study area or your working area and working environment is clear of clutter, because clutter distracts the mind, as you can see from the study. That's about it, folks. Let's head out to the closing. The point is not to be perfect, but it's just to make progress. And then when you look back, you'll see how far you've come, which is really inspiring. So yeah, at the end of the day, just try to do your best to eliminate distractions, which should help you to focus. And when you see how well you can focus, you know that you can focus even more if you really want to or have to. Instead of scrolling on your phone, let's say you're waiting in a queue or you are waiting for your computer to load up, just take a few deep breaths. And that will also settle your mind down and settle your heartbeat, which should also increase your attention to what you're doing. Because if you think about it, right, scrolling on your phone, you're also missing out on the beauty of nature and the beauty that's around you. So it's taking more than just your focus, it's taking your appreciation for the world that is around you. Let's try to be present. Thank you for joining me. If you got something useful out of this video, I'd really appreciate it if you liked the video and subscribed. And I hope to see you in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay hydrated. Peace. Bless you.